Yo, what's up, guys? It's Victor Victory, bro. Here giving you guys another video. I was gonna give you guys this video, let's say Monday, which is tomorrow, but I decided to give it to you guys today because I had nothing else to do. These are nothing but broadcasts that I saved to my game. I had like 4 back-to-back matches or whatever. Just give you guys these matches and let you guys know things that's going on with Street Fighter right now. There is going to be an update. It may be coming in the next couple of days, or the end of this week, or the beginning of next week, depending on how Capcom defines the last couple of days of the week. It could be anything. You know what I'm saying? Like the end of the month could be anything with Capcom. But there's an 8-second delay that everybody is fucking disgusted with. So as myself, I'm really doing the horribly when it comes to that 8-second delay thing. Like, I just can't wait till Capcom finds a way to tweak it so that we won't have to deal with 8-second delay startup frames anymore. Every character in the game has everybody in the game has an 8-second delay, and basically what an 8-second delay is nothing more but the game hesitating to pick up on your input. So if somebody jump in with a move and you're trying to anti-air them, and you know good and fucking well that you're anti-airing, you will get whiffed. You will get whiffed, or you know that you're jumping in with an opponent against an opponent that's being real slow against anti-air timing, and he using somebody like Dawson, and he's doing a move, and you do a move, and you just whiff. All of that stuff right there is the 8-second delay, bullshit 8-second delay frame. I can tell you guys that I am getting a little better with Ken as far as frame trapping goes. I'm trying to work on my frame trapping. The way when I get my opponent in the corner, or if I get my opponent cornered, I try my best to get Ken to get him as offensive as I can. To get Ken as offensive as I possibly can, without throwing any moves that's punishable. And that's where Ken is good at. Well, that's what all the characters are good at when you're doing when you're trying to do frame. And one of the best frame traps with Ken will be if your opponent is not striking, you throw a jab and another jab, but you have to walk up. You have to walk towards the character in between each jab. When you throw 2 jabs, if two of them gets blocked, right before you throw a heavy punch, a standing heavy punch, you will automatically get a crush counter if they're attempting to hit you in between one of those jabs that you saw when I threw the jab and I went for the heavy punch. If he was trying to hit me in any kind of way in between that jab and the heavy punch, he will definitely get crush counter. So I'm working on my frame traps. Ryu frame trap move is crouching low punch, 2 crouching low punches, and a medium punch. And all 3 of those punches have to be crouched. You have to be crouching. And if they try to hit you, that medium punch is gonna always hit, always. I have to get better at not getting hit by that shit. Okay, another thing. Capcom is having an update story mode, and this is my theory behind the story mode. Everybody that made a cameo in the story mode with the comic book art, like when you saw Shun, Sakura, and characters that made cameos, that's not going to be playable until next year or something. those characters, my speculation, those characters are going to possibly show up in the story mode, but you just might won't be able to play with them. And you would definitely see how they will look. Street Fighter 5, you know, with the Street Fighter 5 3, the way they're gonna look.
Final round.
You know, like the graphics, that Street Fighter 5 offers. You would see how Sean look, definitely, because he's gonna show up in the game. He's gonna have the outfit that he had on in the story mode when you play with Laura. Because I accidentally saw that, and when I was looking at this video, I think it was called Street Fighter 5 Story Update News, something like that, and it give you a breakdown of the story mode. And like I was 2 minutes into the story mode, like the video where people explaining how the story mode is gonna go. I got 2 minutes into it, and as soon as I seen Sean sit down, like I hurried up and clicked off the video because I knew I was going to be spoiled and a lot of stuff like that. So I'm going to use my own theories and my speculations and think that the characters like Sean, and Sakura, and what that dude name? Oro, something like that. The guy who has one arm. They're all going to show up in the story mode. I think that like as cameos though. But all the characters that's DLC though for this year, they are all playable in this story mode. So, make a long story short with their story mode, like the characters like Oro, Sakura, and Shun, they're all gonna make cameos. They all are going to show up and appear as cameos in the story mode. But I think all of them, I think Oro is all going to be pertaining towards Dhalsim and stuff like that. But we all are still going to see how each and every last one of them are going to look, you know, based off of the Street Fighter 5 graphics system that's happening with the game. And I looked at a video. I also looked at another video pertaining to that they purposely gave each character this really cool look because they knew what they was doing when it came to that story mode thing. Like they wanted each character to look a certain way from the back, like when the camera's aiming at their back area, like the back, like behind their head and the back. Behind the thighs area and all of that stuff. Each character is going to look defined in each angle, side, front, back, up, bottom. But what do I think about the story mode? I think it's really cool. I think it's really beautiful. To know how far Street Fighter has come and the things that's coming with Street Fighter 5. Am I a true fan of the game? Of course. Am I a true hardcore player of the game? Yeah. But for the casual players, I think that this situation was a little unfair for them. Because you know the ball game was way done. But I'm glad that I picked it up. You know, I'm glad I'm like one of the first people to pick it up. Because, you know, either way it goes, even though the game is unfinished and all that, it's still highly competitive. It is still highly fun to play, but at the end of the day, I'm glad I picked it up, and I feel like what I'm coming to grips with when it comes to the story mode, everything that's coming along with the story mode, I think that's absolutely cool how far Street Fighter has come. Okay, other news. Will Balrog have a stage in this game? I think he just might have one. Y'all has one. Ken and Ryu stage. Both of their stages is Forgotten Waterfall. I'm thinking that Chun-Li stage. I think Buster Lee Side Street just might be Chun-Li's stage for right now. But I know for a fact that it may be more than one Brazil stage. You know, so when Sean shows up, it's gonna be a very cool stage. But at the end of the day, there are news that each stage supposedly are going to be opening up just like the Bustling Side Street stage does. Like when you make the when you put them through the restaurant, that stage becomes incredibly big. Like that's why I like playing on like 3 rounds per match. So like if like somebody get knocked through the restaurant, the stage becomes really big. Like it becomes really big and gigantic, and that's cool to know each stage is gonna open up. And like had speculation about the casket that Nash was in, even when the game was in beta form. When the game was just in the betas, when you knock somebody in the school bus and you knock somebody through the restaurant, Bustling Side Street, but on Forgotten Waterfall, you realize none of the stages open up like like Bustling Side Street. But if you do like Necalli's special, like his critical art move on the right corner, you can see the casket from the other side of the Forgotten Waterfall. Like I thought that was cool, and that had put speculations into my head, because it was giving you ideas like, yo, this stage might open up also. And I already knew every stage was gonna open up, and so they're all doing that. But I'm definitely thinking that if Balrog is on stage or whatever, and possibly Vegas soon. But if they don't give him one, I really don't care, because I too much really care for Vegas. But Street Fighter V is, coming along, and I think that may possibly, like the things that they're doing with the game right now, I think that will possibly, get other people in the game, and actually soon turn those casual players into hardcore players. But I'm loving it, like I'm really loving the game, and there's really not too much stuff for me to complain about. The only thing I'm really in complain mode about is that 8 frame delay shit. I hate that shit, like for real. Especially when I know that there's like players that I can match up with, like those super platinums and those diamonds that I look up and get a chance to fight against. Those fights really be real cool. You know how well you can do up against top ranked players, such as this match that's going on right now. And guys, I can finally and happily say that I'm officially a gold medal rank. I've officially made it there. But I've been striving to maintain that rank or get higher than that rank is it's not easy at all. It's like one of the most tedious things that you could possibly deal with on Street Fighter V. But it's not all about that gold or that bronze or that silver and all of that stuff. It's about those numbers that's underneath that medal. And I'm not trying to be recognized as ranked 16,000 in the world. I'm trying to make it at least double digits. Until next time, guys, keep getting those victories.